Have you ever noticed a strange pattern in your life? You finally get momentum, things are going well, your habits are on point, your work is getting noticed, or maybe a relationship is finally feeling healthy and stable. And then out of nowhere, you blow it up. You miss a deadline, you start an unnecessary argument, you slip back into an old bad habit, or you just freeze up completely and stop showing up. It feels almost automatic, doesn't it? Like there's a secret part of your brain waiting in the shadows, ready to hit the panic button the moment life actually starts getting good. If you've ever looked at your own behavior and thought, why do I keep doing this to myself? I want you to take a deep breath. You aren't broken, and you're definitely not lazy. What you're experiencing is self-sabotage, and today we're going to talk about why your brain does this, and more importantly, how you can finally make it stop. Part 1. The Comfort Zone of Chaos. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. Your brain doesn't actually care about your happiness. It cares about your survival. And to your brain, familiarity equals survival. Think about that for a second. If you spent years living with stress, unpredictable situations, self-doubt, or constant chaos, your subconscious mind learned how to navigate that environment. It survived it. So, to your nervous system, chaos feels safe because it's predictable. When things start going right, your life shifts into uncharted territory. Peace feels unfamiliar. Success brings high expectations. Stability feels like waiting for the other shoe to drop. So what does your mind do? It panics. It looks at this smooth, peaceful road and says, "This isn't safe. We don't know how to navigate this." And to regain control, it pushes you right back into the familiar discomfort you know how to handle. You drop the ball, not because you want to fail, but because failing gets you back to a familiar baseline. Part 2. The upper limit problem. There's a concept in psychology often called the upper limit. Imagine you have an internal thermostat for how much success, happiness, or peace you're allowed to feel. If your internal thermostat is set to 70 degrees, but your life suddenly hits 85 degrees, you got the promotion, you're eating clean, you're waking up early, your brain feels the heat. It feels out of calibration. So it turns on the air conditioner. How does it cool things down? By picking a fight, by binge watching videos until 3 a.m., by procrastinating on that one crucial task until it becomes an emergency. You literally pull yourself back down to the temperature you think you deserve. Ask yourself right now, what level of peace am I actually comfortable holding? Because if you don't raise your internal setting, you will always burn down the house to keep yourself cool. Part 3. Fear of the next level. Here is another reason we sabotage. Success demands more of us. When you're struggling, the expectations are low. People feel bad for you, or at least they leave you alone. But when you start winning, the bar gets raised. Now people expect you to stay consistent. You expect yourself to stay consistent. And secretly, deep down, a voice whispers, what if I can't keep this up? What if they realize I just got lucky? That's impostor syndrome, and it leads straight to preemptive failure. Subconsciously, it feels safer to fail on your own terms right now than to try your absolute best and fail publicly later. If you ruin it yourself, you keep the control. If life ruins it for you, you're exposed. It's a sneaky protective mechanism, but it keeps you trapped in a loop. Part 4. How to break the cycle. So how do we break out of this pattern? How do we stop hitting the self-destruct button every time life gets good? It doesn't happen by beating yourself up. It happens through small, steady adjustments. Step 1. Expand your tolerance for good things. When things are going well, instead of waiting for something bad to happen, just pause. Take 10 seconds. Acknowledge the feeling of ease or success and tell yourself, it is safe for things to go well. You are training your nervous system that peace isn't a trap. Step 2. Separate the feeling from the action. You are going to feel the urge to sabotage. You'll feel the sudden pull to procrastinate, to skip the workout, or to withdraw. When that urge hits, don't judge it. Just notice it. Say, my brain is trying to cool down the room right now. Name it, and then execute the small task anyway. Step 3. Lower the stakes. Stop treating your progress like a tightrope walk where one mistake drops you into the abyss. If you stumble, you didn't erase your progress. You just had a bad afternoon. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about reducing the time between slipping up and catching yourself. Look, rebuilding your relationship with success takes time. You spent years conditioning your mind to expect chaos. You aren't going to undo that overnight, and that is completely fine. The goal for today isn't to be perfect. The goal is simply to catch yourself in the act. The next time you feel that subtle urge to ruin a good streak, stop. Remind yourself that you built this momentum, you earned this peace, and you are entirely capable of holding it. Try this tonight. Pick one good thing in your life right now that you've been anxious about losing, and give yourself permission to just enjoy it for 5 minutes without looking for the catch. You deserve the good things coming your way. Now, let yourself keep them. If this spoke to you, drop a comment below and let me know what pattern you're working to break. We're all building this mindset together. Stay grounded, stay patient with yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.